Hey guys, this is what you're looking at, and today we have my overview and test of my Desert Locust style mesh goggles. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay guys, so as I said, we are going to be taking a quick look at my Desert Locust style mesh goggles today. And I just say Desert Locust style as these are a Chinese brand goggles, and I'm not sure of the make as I bought it off eBay. So here we go. As you can see, just a pretty straightforward product. The last time I reviewed any type of airsoft safety goggles was probably at least a year ago, and that's when I reviewed my revisions. Overall, as far as airsoft is concerned, I have always leaned more towards mesh. And yes, a lot of people don't like mesh, but if you can buy the right pair and have the right gauging of mesh on your goggles, you should have no problem with them out on the field, and you should really never face any type of injury if you wear the proper kind. So I got these for $15, and yes, that's fairly cheap for what someone might want to consider a really good pair of goggles. But comparing it to my $85 pair of revision glasses, these do the job a whole lot better. Yes, these are the Desert Locust style, so these are going to be a lot more bulkier than just your standard type of pair of sunglasses. But the fact that this is the heavier gauge mesh, it is extremely unlikely that a BB would shatter into these, because most of the time, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you see, I've used nothing but mesh, so I've had nothing but experiences where the BB's hit and never gone into the mask and hit me. So with this thicker gauge mesh compared to some of the other brands out there that is just a really thin, more boxed mesh instead of the where this is more of like a plate of mesh and then they just cut the holes out. I'm gonna keep repeating it, you should have no problem with these. On top of that, with this pair, you have all rubber lining, so it is very comfortable to your face. And then all of it up here, as you see, is flexible, so it fits to your face just fine. And you're gonna sweat, but you have the vents on the inside. Of course, it's not gonna fog because it's mesh, but it has all these rubber parts, so it's not gonna get uncomfortable as you sweat. So overall, a really good pair of goggles, and just like any other pair of goggles should have, you have an adjusting strap. One complaint I would have about these is having such a thick strap for these goggles. The strap tends to really hit your ear, and it doesn't feel uncomfortable on your ear, it just looks weird. So yeah, that's really my only complaint. And as you can tell, they really just they modeled after like a Desert Locust style with where the vents are, but of course vents aren't really needed. That's just for you to get a little bit more circulation of air in there if it gets really hot, because as I said, you're not going to fog up with mesh. Okay guys, so here we go. And yes, I have a separate pair of eye protection for when I am testing these. That way I'll know I'm still being safe while shooting a pair of safety glasses. And if you're asking why I have them around this bench, it's because when you're wearing safety glasses, if you're going to get shocked directly on the front, it's going to be a direct impact. The glasses aren't going to fly back as if it was just sitting on top of the bench, and it would probably take less force like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to shoot, I'm going to say 15 feet, because realistically, if someone's going to be aiming anywhere near your face, they're probably not going to be a foot away from you. And this is only going to deviate the FPS by probably 30. So from 15 feet, it's like we're shooting a 350 FPS gun at it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the results here. Okay guys, so here is the results of our test. We had a total of 7 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, that's the 7. So 7 hits, and as you see, effectively none of them went through the mask. Looking at it from the other side, as you can see, we have about a millimeter indentation of where the BB hit. And keep in mind, 7 BBs hit, none of them shattered. They all bounced back and hit the fence or the side of the house that was in between the bench. So overall, I would feel completely confident using these in an airsoft skirmish just like I have in the past. I've never been shot from 15 feet away, but I think this test does me some justice here, as I have been shot from 50 and 100 feet and some from even higher FPS guns. So I think that this test should ensure you that, getting the right pair of goggles and the right gauge mesh can be very reliable out there in the field with you, as I've used nothing but mesh for the last 3.5 years of playing airsoft, and I haven't had yet to have an eye injury when I've been shot in the mesh goggles, probably a total of 30 to 40 times. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this answers your question about mesh. Yes, it can be bad if you have the wrong pair. And yes, they can be very good if you get the right pair, as you can see here. Okay guys, this has been a What You Looking At overview and test of a really good pair of mesh goggles. If you're interested in a pair of these, make sure you consult your local field that you play at first, that you are allowed to use mesh there. Don't just buy the mesh goggles and think that you'll be good to use them, because some fields won't even allow you to use mesh in the first place. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and this has been a What You Looking At production. I'm out.